Many a times in our life, we need to make promises. Not only we promise our known ones, but sometimes we promise ourselves as well. I am a person who tries not commit anything to anyone unless I am absolutely sure about it. So, if I have to pick one such promise, I would like to talk about that I made to my science teacher when I was in class 9. I promised him that I would score more than 85% in science stream. Till grade 8, I was not doing good in science subjects, especially in physics. And that was a big concern as my secondary exam was approaching. Even in the first semester of grade 9, I got only 55%. My parents have always wanted me to excel in the field of science, so it was a panic moment for them. At that moment, my science teacher motivated me and tried to make me believe in myself that I can overcome this nightmare. With that encouragement, I promised my teacher that I would put my best effort to get at least 85% marks in science in the final exam. I started working hard on it and I was fortunate to get a mentor like my science tutor. I started working on my weak areas and tried to get more and more information from internet. I watched several YouTube videos to make the concepts clear. I studied almost 12 hours a day with the constant support and encouragement of my family, friends, and teacher. Finally, I got 92% in physics in the final exam of grade 9th. This incident not only has changed my outlook towards physics but also made me proud of myself that I could keep my promise with absolute hard work and dedication.
Buying things from an e-commerce website has become a popular trend, and I also buy things from online portals quite frequently. Today I would like to talk about a poor experience I recently had with a product. I frequently order things on Amazon. This is one of the most trusted e-commerce sites, not only in our country but throughout the world. Recently, I bought a mobile phone. It is a new version of a particular brand. When I looked into the product description given on the portal, I was very excited to buy it in no time. Also, when I compared the price of the handset in other websites, I found it was reasonable in Amazon, so I ordered it. Things started getting wrong from there on. It was supposed to be delivered within 3 working days. However, when I had not received it for more than 6 days, I contacted the customer care number and raised a complaint. As per the assurance of the executive, I got the product delivered at my place within next 2 days. At the time of unpacking, I found the charger was missing and I had to raise the issue once again. After several reminders, I got the charger delivered. However, the handset was good and it is still working as per my expectation. And I must say, the customer care center of Amazon really helped me a lot to get things right, and this is what I like about this portal. Also, I think the money that I spent on this mobile was worth, and I recommend this website to my known ones.
Mobile has become an integral part of our life. We use mobile throughout the day for various purposes. It may be for personal use, professional use, or to entertain ourselves. So, when a situation comes where we cannot use it, it really becomes difficult for us. One such situation I have recently faced. I was in a seminar. It was about the environmental issues. One of my friends took me there. It was for almost 5 hours and we all had to deposit our mobile at the entrance. The lecture was on the various aspects which are contributing factors behind different types of pollution in the environment. Use of mobile was one such aspect which was talked about. So, it was apparent that we were not allowed to use mobile during the seminar. I generally do not like to listen to long lecture. So, I really felt bored throughout the session. I was constantly trying to convince my friend to let me get out of the meeting. But my efforts were in vain. I was not at all interested to listen to the lecturer. In fact, I was worrying about some important calls that I was supposed to get. Usually, when I get bored, I keep myself busy on social media or I play games on mobile. But, at that moment I was feeling helpless. However, I also learned a few lessons. First of all, how an invention can become a part of our life, even sometimes may be more important than our friends. And, secondly, we are becoming addicted to this technology which is not acceptable.
I am a person who always loved to learn something new, and I think we should keep on learning new skills because it is the time of extreme competition. So, more we will learn, more we will be ahead of our competitors. I would like to talk about the skill that I have learned recently is making PowerPoint presentation. I am not that good in computer and technologies. So, I always need to take help from others. Recently, I got a project to give a presentation on a particular subject and my teacher gave me this project to submit within 1 week time. Though I knew some basics of making PowerPoint but I had no clue how to put animations to make it look better. First, I took help of internet. So, the basic things about PowerPoint I got from YouTube. But when I tried to put it in practice, I found some difficulties. So, one of my friends helped me that time. He is good in this. Not only he came at my place to help me to learn this particular skill but also he came up with a laptop which had all the latest features and new version for PowerPoint that could be applied. He demonstrated all the features and made me understand how to apply those. He guided me throughout this project and always encouraged me to do the things on my own so that I can understand the concept in a better manner. I also tried my best to learn it as much as possible. I spent almost 4 to 5 hours daily on preparing this project. It took almost 6 days to complete this project. I was appreciated by my teacher and I am really thankful to my friend for this. Now, it has become my hobby to make different types of PowerPoint slides. I am learning about different features that can be applied on a slide. It really helps me to give presentation in my class and I am sure it will definitely help me in my future in the corporate world.
Traveling is my hobby, and I love to go for different types of trips whenever I get a long holiday. Recently, I went to Kolkata, which is called City of Joy. It is one of the popular tourist destinations in India. This time we went for a walking trip for 3 days in the city, by a famous travel agency. The trip included walking around the city and visiting the historical monuments and evidences. Kolkata has loads of historical evidences as it was the capital of India in British period, till the first decade of 20th century. We were 15 members in the group and visited different parts of the city. We enjoyed the trip a lot as we did not have to bother about boarding a coach. Also, I felt like a local person, as it was just like strolling on the city road. We had tour guide who was telling the story behind all the historical places. I was amazed with the fact that some buildings or monuments, even, some of the roads of the city have some interesting facts and stories to share. In 3 days, we walked almost 70 kilometers, but I have not felt tired or exhausted for a moment. I must say weather was also good enough to walk for the whole day. During we could visit the local markets and could taste street foods of Kolkata. We could experience the daily life of people and had chance to interact with locals, which was really an amazing experience. I would love to go for this kind of walking trips in different cities, because I feel every road and alley of a historical city has exciting stories to share.
Learning a language is always an exciting experience. At this era of globalization, we have to communicate with the people of different regions or countries. Language always helps us sharing ideas, and I believe it creates a bonding between two people and sometimes between two societies. I am always eager to learn new language, and recently I tried to learn French. The organization I am working with has recently collaborated with a French company, and we have to often deal with the people of that organization. Not only that, as a project manager, I have to deal with some French employees, and I was facing problem in giving instructions to them. So I realized the need of learning this language. Initially, I took help of different websites and self-learning software. However, I felt the need of a good language trainer because I was facing difficulty with the pronunciation of some of the words. Not only that, I also felt that I needed some motivation to learn this. So I started taking online coaching from a French tutor. Learning a new language is never an easy task. I had some difficulty in understanding the grammatical structure of sentences as it has no match with my native language. So, I had to devote almost 2 hours on an everyday basis to practice. To grasp the accent of native people in a better manner, I started watching some French series and movies. It took almost 6 months for me to start speaking French fluently. This is now really helping me my day-to-day dealings with French clients. I have been given opportunity by my company to take trip in France. So, I think I have made a good decision to learn this language. It has improved the growth opportunity in my career.
I like to interact with people of different age groups, as I believe every generation has different thought process and we can learn from these ideas. I often spend time with old people, especially when I go to park in the morning. However, today I would like to talk about my grandfather. He is 70 years old. He used to run a business and at present he guides my dad in his business. Since childhood, I have a special bonding with my grandfather every day. Whenever I get free time, I spend a quality time with him. We go to park in the morning together. What I like about my grandfather is that he is very health conscious. He still tries his best to keep himself active. The interesting thing is regarding his clothes, he loves to follow the latest trend just like a young adult. Unlike most of the elderly people, he does not restrict himself to the traditional music. He prefers listening to different types of music. He is a good decision maker. He is very polite and he can keep himself calm even in tense situations. The best part is he knows the challenges the present generation has to face and whenever I need any suggestion, he advises me and guides like a friend. He loves reading different types of books and magazines. So, I must say he is very much aware about the social happenings and one can easily discuss on any topic with him. I get abundance of knowledge on various subjects from him. Above all, he always advises me to be a good human being.
I can think of many businessmen or businesswomen, who not only have been playing a significant role to boost our country's economy, but also inspiring the youth to get into entrepreneurships. I love to read about these business tycoons, as I learned a lot from their actions. If I have to choose one such person, I would like to talk about Mr. Malhotra. He is the pioneer of smart classroom in our country. It was his idea to change the look of the traditional classroom into a modern one, incorporating technology in the teaching method. And, I must say it brought a revolution in the education system of our nation. His initiatives have made ways for the students of remote areas to get quality education. He started his career as a software developer in a private firm, but soon he got into business and started to provide software solutions to big organizations. He has been in business for last 30 years. It was his dedication to his firm, an internationally renowned organization. Till date he has created numerous job opportunities for the youth and has always been involved in funding skill development training for the young generation. He could foresee the change in the work atmosphere as well, and has developed many applications that have been crucial for the employees and employers to manage job from a remote location. One thing that I find really interesting about him, is, the marketing strategies for the new products. He creates a need among the targeted consumers for his products or services. He received the Businessman of the Year award many a times. What I like about him the most is, his passion and dedication towards his profession, even after achieving lot of milestones in life. His life itself is an inspiring story for many young people like me.
In our city, we have all the facilities and amenities that one can ask for. However, in our locality, we had been looking for sports complex for a long time. We had a huge barren land in our society, and sometimes children of our society used to play there. However, it was not maintained well. So, the local people were constantly requesting the council to construct a sports complex. Ultimately, 6 months ago, the municipal corporation decided to make a sports arena on that vacant land. It is now open to public. We now have different indoor and outdoor sports facilities here. Earlier, our kids and young adults had to travel to other parts of the city to play a sport on regular basis. But now it is at our doorstep. Also, there are tracks for joggers. The best part is there is a separate section for elderly people to sit and relax. The authority runs a laughing club as well for the senior citizens of our society. This complex has not only changed the look of the local area, but also it has changed the daily lives of locals. Now, children can find a place to play outdoor games. Young adults and working people get a place to relax and socialize after a hectic day. It has motivated us to join different groups to do various activities, which ultimately is improving the health standard of the people of this area. We are thankful to the City Council for this facility, and it is our responsibility now to manage it well. Senior citizens of our society have started to maintain a beautiful garden within the complex, which gives it a beautiful look. I must say, it has become a crucial part of our life.
I love to try different adventurous activities whenever I get opportunity. Recently, I tried skydiving in Dubai. I had been thinking about trying it for a long time, but somehow I could not get right opportunity. Last month, my friend and I planned a trip to Dubai. When we were enjoying there, a local tourist guide suggested to try the skydiving activity. As soon as I heard it, I was excited to do it. We contacted the center and decided to do it. My friend was little skeptical about the same, but I convinced him to go for it. We had around 6 hours of training and instructions. I found that the activity required certain level of fitness. We also had an opportunity to do indoor skydiving. It was trial given by the center to make us understand and get used to with the air pressure. Also, it was a test to get accustomed with the actual scenario of outdoor skydiving. Anyway, when we were boarding the flight next day morning, I was excited as well as nervous. Though we were under able hands, yet we were aware of some risk factors and that made us little panicked. I was really scared at the time of jump. But once I was in the air, I felt like a bird. It was a wonderful view. It was a thrill. For me, it was a lifetime experience. I would love to do it whenever I get opportunity. This time, for the safety purpose, we jumped an instructor, but in future I would love to do it on my own. The center shot the whole event and sent us the clip. I feel the thrill whenever I watch that video.
Almost at every stage of life all of us have to make some important decisions. Some decisions are very crucial and have huge impact on our lives. One such decision I took after completion of secondary examination. It was the time when I had to choose the stream and the majors for my further studies. Although, it was very clear for my parents and me, that I would choose science stream, yet the choice was to be made between medical and non-medical stream. My parents wanted me to be a doctor, but I was more inclined towards technical subjects, especially, automobile sector. Since I have always been fascinated with the mechanism of different types of motor vehicles. It was really a tough choice for me as I had to convince my parents about the promising future in the field. I must say, my parents were also right at their part, as they wanted a secure future for me. However, I wanted to follow my passion. So, I promised them that I would be successful in this domain. I was fortunate that my parents understood my dream and supported me. They also talked to some of our known ones to get better insight and guidance about the field of automobile engineering. We also consulted some career counselors and they showed us the bright sides of this domain. In this period I have gone through many articles published by the experts of this field and the professors of renowned universities. I have also read loads of information that were available online regarding the predicted growth of this industry. These all made my decision stronger and finally, I chose non-medical. I am happy that, at that crucial point of time in life I could make a right choice and I am successfully moving towards my desired goal.
My parents always encouraged me to be involved in the social activities and many a times I got opportunity to do voluntary job when I was in school. Recently, I was associated with an NGO. During the first wave of COVID-19 in our country, loads of laborers who earn their livelihood on day-to-day basis lost their job and they had a tough time to get food for survival. There was almost no source of getting daily ration. Although there were some government relief funds and initiatives for them, but these were not sufficient at that point of time. The situation demanded some initiatives from the financially sound citizens to extend their help to save the humanity. We as a team went door to get some monetary help and food items. We also tried to reach out some business organizations in our city for this noble cause. Daily, we used to cook for almost 1,000 people and serve unprivileged people of our city. One of my friends suggested me to join this noble service. I not only have put my best effort to work for those poor people, but I have financially also supported the cause as much as I could. It used to be a hectic day, but I never felt tired. In fact, we all used to feel more energetic when we could see smile on the faces of those people. My parents also were proud of me. By doing this, I felt that I could play the role of a good citizen and in future also. I would like to be associated with these kinds of activities. I even suggest my known ones to do communal activities.
Gift is something that always makes us happy. I believe we can hardly find a person who does not like receiving gift. And if it is a surprised one, then we get more excited about it. The gift I would like to talk about today is a Harley Davidson bike. I have always been a bike lover, though I had a bike, but I was looking for an expensive one, as all of my friends used to have good bikes. Also, occasionally we go for long ride. So that was a requirement also for me. However, I have never asked my parents to buy me that kind of expensive bike, as I never wanted to put that financial burden on them. However, on my last birthday, early morning my dad woke me up and took me to the garden of our house. I was surprised and shocked as well, seeing a brand new Harley Davidson. My dad gave me the key and said it was all mine. I was spellbound, excited, and at the same time emotional as well. I got tear on my eyes, and before I could say something, my mom said that they were planning to buy this for a long time. I immediately took the bike and went for a ride in the city with my dad. I showed my friends the bike on the same day and we threw a party to celebrate the special moment of my life. It is now a part of my life. Whenever I feel little stressed, I go for a long ride. This is really the most precious gift I have ever received, not because of the price tag of the bike, but because of the emotion and love of my parents that are attached to it.
Usually I try to avoid going to crowded places as I feel suffocated. However, sometimes I have to visit this kind of places. Last weekend I went to a flea market in our city. The name of the market is Street Bazaar. This market is very popular because of its price range and variety of products, especially garments. I generally love to visit malls for shopping, as these are less crowded. Last Sunday, my cousins visited our place and they wanted to buy some non-branded clothes, and they knew about the market. Though I was not ready to shop there, but I had to go with them. It was Sunday afternoon, so the rush was more than other days of the week. The crowd was not at all decent. There was no proper arrangement for shops, so we were actually struggling while visiting different shops. People were pushing each other to make way for themselves. Mostly teenagers and young people were there. I was surprised to see that the copy of almost all brands were available there. I never got opportunity to bargain in malls, but I could see my cousins were quite good at it. And I was being shocked every time when they were paying almost 1/3 of the asking price. We had street food over there. Unfortunately, I lost my wallet. I am sure, somebody must have stolen it. Anyway, I was really tired after walking and standing for a long time, as there was no seating arrangement. After returning, I promised myself that I won't visit this place again as it was a painful experience for me.